what do you think is Rick's ideal life at this point? Like, if he could just sort of wave a wand and then like everything is like, what is his idealized life from here forward? When does he get to finally take it easy and rest?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean,
Food field?
food field, yeah.
It's overrated.
Food
I mean, underrated.
fieldbury, yeah. It's a very good question because I think that we haven't had that. The show moves so quickly and so much, and it's from one tragedy to the next that we don't, it's rare that we have an opportunity to sort of catch up with the trauma of these characters. And I mean, I don't know. I think that he's, I really don't know.
Well, I guess it makes, if you haven't,
the honest answer.
if the character hasn't been in the mindset yet, then it's something that you haven't thought about because you're just in survival mode.
Yeah, I think so. And also, I just think, you know, does anyone have an idea about?
Robert Kirkman.
Nope.
Let me ask you this then. If let's say the group meets Woodbury under different circumstances, they're wandering along and they stumble across Woodbury, do you think they would have become a part of that community, or do you think they quickly would have been like, nah, something's weird?
I'm not sure. I think that's, we should try. Oh, we can't.
Let's start season 3 over.
Wait a minute.
Reboot.
Yeah.
Did you just say, let's start season 3 over?
That was a good idea. We should try that.
It was all a dream, right?
It's a difficult one though, because I do think that for all of his good qualities, Rick is prideful. You know, he's got some. He likes doing things his way, and I think that seeing a similar type, as the governor, is a real challenge to who he. I mean, look at what happened with Shane.
Yeah.
You know, this is another alpha male in the group, and it had to come to a head, you know. And that's his best friend on the planet. So he's flawed, and he's dangerous. And he relishes in a very similar way to Daryl, I think, that he's become this leader. And maybe it is starting to poison him somewhat.
Yeah, because it seems like everyone we've seen so far that's been in charge of a group is a little, whether it's the governor or the dictatorship that we were calling it,
Yeah.
like it's like that kind of power is.
Well, I think it is intoxicating, and I also think it's isolating. You're taking responsibility for lots of people's lives. We spoke about the book.
Right.
I read this book called about Shackleton, who's an explorer. And he failed 3 missions to get to the Antarctic and do things in the Antarctic. But he's one of the most famous leaders because 27 men lived on an iceberg, to all intents and purposes, for 2.5 years and survived because of this dude. And they asked him, they said, you know, how did you do it? How did you? And he said, well, it was because I had this responsibility. I had to keep them alive to keep me alive. And I think Rick is very much like that. That's his mindset. He's kind of evolving with with this world. And I do think he's flawed beyond this. Certainly this season, he's been making terrible calls. But he's always made bad calls, let's be honest. makes for good TV. But you know, what was the question?
The question was. I think the question was.
I'm having an out-of-body
What
experience.
groceries would be in your food field?
Skittles.
Skittles, yeah.